And a new addition, because the Chief, who we're going to get to in just a second, is with us because Duck isn't with us. And we're going to explain why that occurred as well, Bernard, in just a moment. But, Chief, this is just the giving nature that you have that you've decided to come in and help us today.
Good afternoon, gents. They've just turned me into a workhorse here at Triple M, Jim. Just, you know.
He looks happy.
Back in the day, Bernard, like Chief, we all worked with Chief Damo, didn't we, for, best part of 20 years on Triple M.
He took off.
If we'd have said to him on a Friday night, look, we need you to come in Saturday, Chief, and give us a chop out, it would have been Jim.
Yeah. It would have been...
I don't even need to say any more words. There is no chance.
One of the three words you would have said would have been off, and then comma flogs.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. Or just flog.
Unscramble.
Now, so that's great to have Chief and Bernard, of course, and Damo.
So what happened to the Duck, Jim?
Well... Before I get to the Duck, because I am going to get to him in just a second. The other thing that, of course, happened was the COVID situation in Brisbane. And so pandemonium was reigning at the GMHBA Stadium, especially around the Channel 7 commentary box, because the great Luke Hodge, Chief, four-time Premiership superstar of your club, he lives in Brisbane. So Hodgie, as soon as the announcement came out, straight away, everyone looked at Hodgie and said, right, well, you got to go. Because you not only have been there for after the 12th, you've been there pretty much every day because it's where you reside.
Yep.
So Hodgie,
reluctantly.
very reluctantly.
Wanted to help.
But was told, mate, you are out, you're done, you've got to go and isolate, you're finished.
True leader wanted to hang around and help the troops.
So we're there going, okay, we're now down to one special comments man.
Who was it?
Within a second and a half of Hodgie going...
Yeah. No, Duck.
Duck, there were vapour trails. The duck feathers on the back were on fire. He was out of there that quick. Chief.
Down the highway?
Lewis Martin rang Duck to say, look, you were in Brisbane for about a minute and a half, a week and a half ago. You probably have to think about going to... Lewis rang him to tell him that, Duck was in the car on the way back to Melbourne.
He was still wired up, Jim. He's got to take his mic off.
Well, he obviously had health concerns, and he didn't want to spread anything, Jim.
So...
Bristle and I were sitting there on our own with no one.
Thank God. Hey, thank God Bristle was nowhere near Brisbane, because he would have got in the car and gone to Lawn. I reckon he saw Brisbane on the map and he felt a bit bad.
He was checking the diary.
Duck's having a test. He couldn't make it this morning.
No, he can't be here today.
Why?
Not allowed to.
Because it's isolating.
But guess how long...
Until you have a test.
Yeah, normally it takes 5 or 6 hours to get your results back. Guess how long for Duck? He reckoned 3 or 4 weeks.
Well,
that's what he reckons.
Hey, well, interesting you mentioned that. Remember last week Jim brought Duck in, and we're all excited about being on the show, and this is what he had to say.
I'm starting to think COVID wasn't too bad. The lockdown now that we're back into it and we're flat out, Damo. Just a little lockdown for...
Trust that. They're 2 games into the new season, Duck.
He wanted lockdown.
Preempting it last week.
What about the other question he asked, which has kept me awake all week? We'll wait for Duck to be here.
No, we're not coming here, Bill.
Oh, righto. Remember that question he asked about himself?
Yes.
And
it was a statement.
It was a statement.
Yeah, Caleb Daniel on the phone.
Yeah,
the DVD question.
Kept me up all...
What did he say, Bill?
Oh, he just asked this long-winded question, and it was all about him, that one of the players didn't know who Duck was. And it went on and on. Hey, what about this week?
Good story.
Great story.
You're actually going to throw to something.
No,
he had something planned there, Jim.
But I love watching me footy. I love watching... Shut up.
Okay.
I love watching me footy, right? So AFL 360, I watch that religiously. I love it. I love watching...
I would put it to you that you haven't watched an episode of that all year.
Waitley and Mark Robinson, okay? Very good. Different pairing. Big and small but very good. But they do a good job anyway. So I turn on this week, Jim. Turn it on because I watch it religiously. There's Waitley, and guess who's sitting next to him? No Mark Robinson. Chief!
Oh!
So the Chief has moved in, Jim.
The
Chief. So it's now Waitley and the Chief show. And guess what? Look,
it's watchable.
It's watchable. He looks... Well, they look similar. But they're looking good.
Hang on.
But they tell me a lot of backroom politics going on. Robbo out, and there's a bit going on from someone in this room to maybe get a gig, a full-time gig on AFL 360.
Bill, when you say they tell me, who are they?
Name out there.
Sources.
They out there.
Out there.
Luke.
He's been crook this week, and I filled in Monday and Wednesday, Bill.
But did you enjoy it?
It was okay. Nick Riewoldt filled in Tuesday. So,
so-
again, I used that term worksoldier off the top of the show today. Seriously.
It's fair.
So I think there's a
I've
bit
got the
going
bum
on.
up, the nose down, Jim, and I am just I'm soldiering on.
Well, it's about time, Chief, because you had 20 years of doing nothing. No, seriously.
What have you done? What do you do? What do you do, Chief? I was thinking this driving down the track.
Are you serious?
What do you do?
You drink for a living, and you're asking me, what do you do?
That is
That's a
the
fair
question.
point.
What do you do?
I work for Triple M, and I work for Fox Footy, Bill.
1 or 2 days a week. There's another 5.
Well, I do a little bit more than that.
I don't know if you do. I don't know what you do, Chief.
I'll tell you what I don't do. I don't suck piss the way you do it all day, every day.
But I've got pubs. That's my job.
Oh, you're working
That's
too.
my job.
Yeah, you're working.
Yeah, I work. It's all
In the
PR,
pub.
Chief. You get around and meet. Oh, Gordy's 70th coming up. I've got to have a chat to him. Might do something there for him. And then there's Knackers over there.
Gordy.
We had a few in for a party the other night, so I go down there and drink their free piss.
Gordy's last name?
No, I can't tell you because
okay.
Yeah, that's
I don't know it.
confidential.
Yeah.
isn't it, Bill?
Anyway, Jim, that's a good
The
start.
creamy.
Let's have a break.
What about, well, the Chief was a publican.
Oh, he was
yes.
too.
The saloon.
Oh, saloon bar.
Bill used to terrorise us there too.
Yes, yeah, that was a good little joint. Had pool tables, and we used to stand there. And Chiefy had the drink cards. He'd feed over to us.
nice.
You didn't go for the pool tables, Bill.
And I hated pool. Why do blokes stand around and play pool, and then they put their money on the thing? I'm next, and I used to pinch the $2. But no, it was a good little joint. And then you had Banana Alley. That was good, Chief.
We had a few licensing issues there, Bill.
Yeah, you would have. You would have.
We used to, Bernard, back in the Sheffield Shield, we used to drift into Melbourne once a year and we used to line up at the saloon just with the hope that we'd see the Chief.
You wouldn't have lined up, Jim.
that we'd just get a glimpse of the Chief. This is like early 90s.
Posse
And
with him?
so every now and then, and he had to be very famous for the Chief to know who you. Even though he loves his cricket, he had to be famous to. So I reckon it was probably
Acknowledge it.
like a Tim May or someone like that. That was the only famous cricketer we had
good
in
fella,
the team.
Maisie.
Darren
Really
Lehman.
ripper bloke.
Maybe Darren Lehman. Those two.
Put to sleep.
So
Sounder.
No, probably after Sounder. Anyway, the Chief would be standing there, and we'd all be hoping
Wayne
to
Phillips.
get in, and he'd just go, righto, well, Maisie, in you go, and then he'd go, oh, Wolf, actually, I know, in you go, and he'd just look at the rest of us and go, push off. Come on, coming in.
What about the way Jim started telling that story? He goes, back in the Shield days.
Yeah. Sheffield Shield. Sorry.
He wanted to follow up question like,
Do you
what
know
was your average?
who
And,
used to walk around and thought he owned that joint? Himself, Dermot. I thought he actually owned it or had a piece of it because he used to walk around like he owned it, didn't he?
He does that everywhere, though.
Yeah, true.
You let John Bon Jovi in there one night play acoustically there, Chief.
We had a lot of good music.
just walking
acts.
off the
Yeah,
street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd get that.
Pre-mobile phone
They'd be
days.
in town performing and they'd just pop in and have a little sesh.
See the Chief? They just all wanted to
They
see
didn't
the
come to
Chief.
see me.
Yes,
no.
they did.
No, they didn't.
I think they did.
Jeez, you had a lot of friends, Chief, then, when you own a bar. It's
Don't
good,
you
isn't it?
just?
Oh, wow.
Blokes like you saying, have you got a drink card?
You have the little drink card in your top. You always wore a pocket, so you'd have the drink card sticking out.
was it show off when you pull them out?
Oh, no, you just walk around.
Ah,
they'd,
yeah,
they'd see it.
Gotcha.
They just come from everywhere.
Is that what you do down in Cremorne?
Come to Papa.